All right, give me a minute, y'all. This whole this shit, this Twilight Zone stuff going on. Here we go. Can't go without that. Yeah, it's about that time. You rocking with your boy Damo Unleash and Sky Black on the Nashville Cavemen podcast. Stay tuned.
Phone on the whip with the crystals on the side. Doors flip up, yeah, we call it suicide. Creeping like a spider every time that I ride. Yeah, I smile at my haters just to fuck with their pride. And the car so dope, then the truth tell a lie. $1 million dreams make a broke nigga high. Dudes get mad when they women say hi. The paint so wet that it make a pussy slide. Some rooftop with the wood grain grip. Ain't even raining, but the paint still drip. I'm not even traveling, but baby, I'm a trip. So she riding up the mountainside just to see the tip. Top of the world, that's what they ain't wanna be. Riding in a battle, man, until my legacy. Crystals on the chrome, yeah, the body so G. I'm a stunt so hard, niggas can't stand me.
All right, man, we finally got this all in sync. Crazy moment before the show, man. Happy Tuesday, man. Welcome to the Nashville Caveman podcast. I am one half of your host, Damo Unleash, and I'm going to go ahead and roll out the red carpet for a good friend of mine that I consider like a brother. So the carpet is yours. And
what's up, y'all? Well, of course, if y'all don't know who I am Sky Black. I am co-host of this show. First of all, thank God for us waking up for us to see another week. Another Tuesday. We don't have it on the bottom today, but tonight, the D-Bling radio show, that is offtopradio.com. That is offtopradio.com. And then we'll stream it on offtoprecords.net. That is offtoprecords.net. The name of the show is the D-Bling radio show. And that's just me as a music publisher, being a radio DJ. Then we have me also as a pro wrestler. Coming up this week, Swag Wrestling down in Huntington, Tennessee. That is Swag Wrestling down in Huntington, Tennessee. So if you're in the West Tennessee area, come and watch some great wrestling down there. But after we play your music and we stream it, then we hand it over to Mr. Damo and he interviews you. He does great interviews, so y'all should check it out. And you get to be in the running for male or female artist of the year. Look at that trophy. Great.
And we got one for each, the males and the females. So the way that you qualify for it is you have to come through me, do an interview. And once you're finished with the interview, you automatically qualify for either the male soul-driven artist of the year or the female soul-driven artist of the year. So there's a trophy for both genders. So. And I'm excited about that. It's our first annual one. So I'm looking for artists. I don't care what genre. If you're a musician and you would like an interview, just reach out to me and I will be glad to go ahead and connect with you and get you promoted. So, and like Sky said, the benefit is not only would you be able to qualify for Artist of the Year, but you also be able to have your music on the D-Bling radio show. So that is really, really good, man. Good package deal.
Great. That is absolutely great.
How was your week, bro?
Man, so far so good. We had a great event at Top Rope Wrestling up here at the Wilson County Fairgrounds. Thanks to everybody that came out. So we're doing Top Rope Wrestling at the same time they're doing Redneck Rumble. I used to hear about Redneck Rumble, but I never saw with my own two eyes until Saturday. So
wow.
If you've never been to Redneck Rumble, they anything like Jeff Foxworth used to say rednecks would do, they was doing at the Wilson County Fair. So yeah, so we had the Redneck Rumble, we had Top Rope Wrestling, and we had a good time. How was your weekend?
Man, I had a great weekend, man. And you know what? Those sound like two great events, especially for Father's Day weekend. Shout out, I know it's already past Father's Day, but shout out to all the fathers out there, man.
Yeah,
good
we
and
had a good Father's Day Sunday.
Yeah, I had a good one, man. One thing about my daughters, man, my family is really great at giving gifts. And when you're a dad, not to say you don't look for gifts, but it's appreciated You know what I'm saying? But when somebody come through with like gifts where they put in effort, because usually for Father's Day they don't, and as a whole society doesn't make that a priority. It's not like it's marketed or it's something that's heavily celebrated. It's probably on the holidays. It's probably way down there. But when you're a dad and you get children or your spouse really go above and beyond to make you feel special, it really is a special day for a dad. Because usually we expect to get socks, ties, some bullshit that well, thank you, kids, You acknowledge it, but you're like, I could have got that. But when your kids really go above and beyond, it really shows the impact that you got on their life. Where your significant other go above and beyond, it just means a lot. Because everybody expects for kids to go out, for Mother's Day, or the significant others to go out for Mother's Day all out. But for dads, it's like, it's not as respect. I'm just going to say that. So mine, I had a great. I loved all my gifts, man. Even the card that my youngest made, I love that she makes cards rather than go out and buy them. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, man, you really need to do this for like a living. Like, you're really good at holiday cards, and she loved holidays. There's not a holiday that don't come by that she don't show up for that holiday. You know what I'm saying? And so I appreciate that about them, but I appreciate that about all of them, just the appreciation. So I had a good Father's Day.
Good. I'm glad to hear that. I'm so glad to hear that.
Other good news that I wanted to let everybody know. Me and Sky, we was working on this for about 2 weeks. You know what I'm saying? But today, we gonna unleash where at some point in the show, you're going to get 1 minute where you can call in and express your feelings or whatever. Only thing we ask is that you be respectful, and mindful of your time, because you do only get 1 minute. If you want 5 minutes, then if you want to go ahead and address Sky, you see on there where you need to send him $5 PayPal, $5 PayPal, or you can $5 me a Cash App if you want to address me directly. So we're going to do that today. We'll see how it goes, and this is our first time, so we're gonna kind of iron out the glitches or whatever we need to iron out. But today, this is how it's gonna go. It could change going forward, but we're gonna try this out. I think it's gonna be fun, where y'all can call in and express your thoughts and opinions. So I'm happy about that, and that's new to the show. So. But we do got a good lineup for y'all today. I guess I'm gonna go ahead and talk about what we're gonna talk about today, and then we're gonna jump off into a song, and then we're gonna go ahead and hop right to it. So, y'all been seeing the videos with Chris Brown. Chris Brown been messing up relationships and engagements and stuff with that little fiasco he got there where them females paying him $1,000 to take a photo with him. I think that's brilliant on his hand. I think it's stupid on theirs. But man, that's neither here or there. We're gonna talk about it. You know what I'm saying? A mother had planned a party for her child, and get this, nobody showed up. So we're gonna hear the audio and talk about that. We're going to talk about Father's Day, you know what I'm saying? Father's Day, it was shout out to the women that gave the men their just due. Even if you had a bad experience, but you came and you said, hey, man, happy Father's Day to all the dads out there. Props to y'all. Props to all the fathers. And then, we had the other stuff that went along with it too. It's male bashing day on Father's Day. So this video, man, I'm play y'all this video of this.
Hey,
Dr. John.
Damo, before you play the video, Damo, did you get that video I sent you? A fan wanted us to talk about that. That video I sent you.
I could not play it. So if you can, please, that's what I wanted to tell you. Can you tag that in my on my page? Because for some reason it wouldn't let me. Let me tell you what it did. it actually took me to a page to add you as a friend, and I'm like, he already my friend. We already connected.
Yeah, it was a TikTok thing, so I should have sent it to you on TikTok too, right?
Yeah, the video, like the message, it looked like, and hopefully I can play it on here. Hopefully, because I am connected to my Facebook page, so hopefully I get to play it on my other computer. And if we don't get it done before this day is out. So, why don't you go ahead and talk about that video? Because you know a little bit more about it. I haven't got a chance to watch it yet.
Let me see if I can pull up my TikTok.
All right. Well, while you're doing that, let me go through the other topics we're gonna talk about. One of them is, should illegal immigrants be allowed to vote? All right. So that was something that was in the news. You know they're trying to push that through and make that happen. Something else is it's okay to apologize to your children if you make a mistake. So if you make a mistake, it is okay to apologize to your kids. And second, did y'all hear in Oregon where the amusement park went out of power? And on one of the rides, it was like 28 people were stuck upside down for about over a half hour.
Mm-hmm.
So we're gonna talk about that too, man. I that's some crazy stuff right there, man. Cause it's like, I tell y'all the issues I got with that and why that scares me. But Sky, I'm gonna wait for you to do that. Then we're gonna play the song and then we're gonna jump right into it.
Okay.
Or let me ask you this. Did you want me to go ahead and hop into the song while you look for it?
Yeah, you can hop into the song.
I look forward to. All right, y'all. So we're going to go ahead play a song, man. And we will be right. So we'll be back. So this sit tight, man. This is Nitty the Hitman. You and me. Y'all listening to the Nashville Cavemen podcast with your boy Damo Unleashed and Sky Black.
Gave me life in another form. Sexing you be like crazy, like a part of a poem. Born to lead a leader, hugging her when I greet her. How does it feel to have a man and know just how to treat you? Make you feel good, don't it? Wanna get out and flown it. I know your nerves be getting bad, cause I be getting on it. That's why whatever you want, I go get it, no matter the cost. Your friends be dropping us off, but I'm playing them off, cause they don't mean nothing. They just be running their mouth, they just mad, they live in the bricks and I live in the house. And we hustle hard for that, and we ain't going back. They just don't know what I went through to try to get where I'm at. Just think back to that shack and that old ass lack where you used to hit the block every day trying to get off that pack. When I was poor, broke, ass out, didn't wanna go home. You was the only one that had strength to keep me strong. That's why it's you and me, you and me, you and me. Out of the game, you're out of the game, yeah. You and me, out of the game, in and out of the game, yeah. Jodeci forever, my lady. You and me and you, what the deal? Between both of us, you know we sure to make a meal. Can you feel what I'm saying? I not fall on my knees to pray. Things go right, I just might reminisce about the first time I seen you and the first time we kissed. Shit, we used to go half up on the sack, half up on the yak, half up at the tank, half up at the bank. We used to hit licks together, flip together. Shit, we went from chips to cheddar. Who better? Trying to be a foundation for us to build, from the bottom to the hills, from the ocean to the fields. Ain't you real? That's why I feel the way I feel. The sign sealed, delivered sincerely, we will. I can hold back love, I can go back love, I can go back love. Love, you and me, out of the game, you're out of the game. I can go back love, I can go back love. the truth. Everything that I'm trying to do, you trying to do it too. It's hard to tell you, but I cheated with some rats on the road while you was giving me everything. I was treating you cold. Man, it's been hell and hot water and back with my cat. From short stacks to fat, from pintos to lax, I'm back. And how the hell I make it this far? You may not like the then, but you love me now. No more clouds or rainy days, just sunshines in your smile. Meanwhile, we've been focusing on building a new house, on the new route for more clouds, steady repping the new south. Ain't no doubt them gold diggers hate to see what you bout, because it's you and me, me and you and me. In and out of the game, girl, it's just you and me and you and me. In and out of the game, girl, you and me. I can go back, love, I can go back, love. No, no,
So I done found that video. I was able to pull it up.
Okay, I sent it to you.
Yeah. I want to go all the way back. We might start this off with this. Man, these folks out here is nuts, guy. You hear me?
Yep.
They is nuts, man. I really feel like society now, they need more therapists now than ever. So we're going to go off into this one first. So did you want to give them the basis of this video, or you just want me to play it and we just go into discussion about it?
Oh, you can play it. Go ahead.
All right, so we're going to go ahead and play this, y'all. Hold on, let me turn this music off because I want to make sure everybody can hear this really good. I swear, man, I just be bamboozled, man, at a loss for words for some of the stuff I hear. All right, here we go. Without further ado.
Calling my husband's affair baby's family to either come get the kid or I'm calling CPS. I thought I'd start you off strong.
Wait.
Okay, you heard it right.
Hold on. Read it again.
Okay. Am I the asshole for telling my husband's affair baby's family to either come get the kid or I'm calling CPS?
So her husband had the affair and he got a baby. He got custody of the baby.
Okay, so listen. Okay, ready?
Lord Jesus.
My soon-to-be ex-husband, whom I forgave for his affair, came home with the baby 4 months ago. His girlfriend couldn't handle it anymore and brought the baby to him at work, and she left. To the best of his knowledge, she went to Spain. I allowed him to stay so long as I didn't have to do anything, like for the baby, you know? About a month ago, he had a heart attack. It didn't kill him, more is the pity, but he's very weak and he's incapable of doing anything for himself. Since he isn't up and about and cannot take care of the child, he also cannot drop off and pick up his son at daycare. I've been helping, but I'm done. My kids are grown and I shouldn't have grandbabies anytime soon. And I don't have any desire to care for a baby. I told my husband that I want a divorce and I contacted the mother's parents. I know the father through the friends. I said that they had until Friday to come get their grandchild or that I will be calling Child Protective Services. They just left with the baby, but they scolded me for being so cold towards a baby that had done nothing and no harm to me. I view that child differently. My husband is recovering and will be moving out. The house is in his name, but I have never contributed to it. I have the equivalent of 22 years of rent and interest put away for myself. And as per our right, that's what I said. And as per our prenup agreement, my savings is my own. I work and I don't need anything out of this marriage except myself. My kids tried telling me to stay with their father. I said that they were more than welcome to come over and help him clean himself and take care of the baby, but they both declined. I thought it was a fair offer. I don't feel that I'm acting badly. However, our children, his family, and a few mutual friends think that I'm being selfish. Perhaps writing this out and seeing the responses will give me clarity.
I'm in love with her.
right, so
He was shit.
oh man,
You guys
that's
are
a, you know what, Scott?
And his affair, bitch.
With the shit.
But they all different.
Hey. Whoo, there's so many angles I could take. I could go with that.
Right.
Right?
Right.
This goes back to what I was saying, and I know I caught flack for it. I don't think people got no business being married if for any reason they want to get a divorce. It's a waste of paperwork. It's a waste of time. You know what I'm saying? Now, you know, man, I can't scold her. You know what I'm saying? And he did what he did. Like, fellas, it's one thing to have an affair. But, man, you having an affair and you ain't strapped up. You ain't protecting yourself. You ain't putting on no damn condom. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't be mad at her. You know what I'm saying? But
I mean, so
taking it out on the baby is a little bit much. You know what I'm saying? But
yeah.
women are emotional. They're not going to logically think like that. You know what I'm saying? They think with their emotions.
Right.
And unfortunate.
Well, here's the thing for me, because it's broken down into different sections, right? First of all, let's congratulate her for having a savings account that he didn't know nothing about, that was protected by the prenup. So that way, when shit hits the fan, she was okay, right?
Right.
That's all I try to tell people. We, like you said, these women that think with their emotions, these prenups is to protect each party. People always talking about, well, when you go into marriage, if you think like this, or if you're not all the way in, you want the marriage to end. No, you have insurance on your house, you have insurance on your car, you have life insurance on your kids. Why you don't have to have insurance on your marriage? Why is the marriage the only thing that you don't want to insure? Because if you insure it, it's like a way out, like an option or whatever. I'm pretty sure when she married this man, right, she did not want to go out and get another girl pregnant, and then the girl says, I don't want to raise the kids, you and your wife raise the child. Do you see what I'm saying? She didn't expect that when they did their vows, but yet she protected herself. So kudos to her for that. Two, as much as I feel like everybody else feel, I'm with her. At a certain age, you get tired of raising babies. She didn't make that baby. She didn't lay down and make that baby. Yes, the baby's innocent. Don't get me wrong. But at the same time, that's like me going over my next door neighbor house, dropping off a puppy and saying, here y'all go, y'all take care of it. You know what I'm
that's
saying?
breach of contract to me. To me, in a way, adding another mouth to feed, you know, it's one thing if you messing around, but when you had a kid in, that's breach of contract. That's really, because you can't go back. That's something you can't fix. You can't outdo that. No.
You can't. So the husband was going to continue cheating until the baby came. So that's exposed him. So every time she sees this baby, it just brings up that he had been cheating with another woman. And then he goes out and cheats with a woman who ain't even woman enough to raise her own child. And see, that's what killed me with my children. Can we have a puppy? No, because one day you're gonna wake up and decide that you don't want to take care of this puppy. And then guess who has to do it? Me, the person who didn't want the puppy to begin with, right? So at the same time, I don't know. If I was in her situation, I probably would have done the same thing, because you can't put that woman in a situation she did not ask to be in. Actually, Damo, she's one of the women that we don't talk about. That's what the person was saying. Like, we always talk about these women that make dumb decisions. She actually made sure that she had a savings and a safety net, because most women don't want to get divorced. That's why they're all over the place. So at the same time, she was smart enough to do this, smart enough to do a prenup, even though she might not have had nothing. She still was smart, because that prenup protected her savings. So he can't come after her savings, right? So kudos to her for that, and I'm just sorry that this child has to suffer. But that's between the daddy, who, what did you say, he had a stroke? Is that what you said?
A heart attack,
and the mama that left. That's who we need to be talking about. Is the mama that left. She just said, I don't want to be a parent no more, and did. And then her parents are mad at the wife. Well, why you don't want to raise a child? That ain't my child.
Right.
That's your grandchild. You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
yeah, it's a complex situation.
Yeah, and like I said, I can't drag the woman for not wanting to raise, because this reminds me of Swinging for the Fences. Have you seen that? The movie with Denzel?
I might have.
Well, this kind of where he ended up going out, having an affair, bringing the baby back home. He ended up passing, you know what I'm saying? But the girl and the son, her original son or their son had an issue with him, you know what I'm saying? Because they had a turmoil issue. And then when he went and cheated and had a baby outside the marriage, the woman died giving birth, or she passed away giving birth. So he was forced kind of to bring the baby home. Mm-hmm. And here it is, his wife, you know what I'm saying, who he had cheated on, with this woman, was forced to raise their child.
Right.
And so it kind of reminded me of that, and that's tough. I know it's me, man. I don't know if I could do something like that. So I'm not going to throw no stones at somebody that's put in that kind of predicament. Right. I'm just not. You know what I'm saying? It just, fellas, y'all gonna go out here. I advise women too, man. I just don't get this. People make mistakes. I get it. People make mistakes. But why y'all gotta make mistakes that, it's one thing to make a mistake. It's another thing to just do it without protection. Now you just inconsiderate. You don't think about nobody else or no real consequences. You just free balling out here, spraying up everybody's club. You asking for trouble.
Yeah, it's like you just don't give a damn, do you?
Like you don't give a damn.
Mm-hmm. That is absolutely true. You're right.
And what you say? They be talking about what I be doing.
Mm-hmm.
I be talking about what kind of females.
They always think we always bashing females, right? And I be telling them, no, we bash the ones that go out here and make dumb mistakes. And she was like, well, you never talk about the women that make good decisions. So that's why that was sent to me. So thank you to the person that sent that to me. And now, if she's listening, we are praising a woman who made good decisions. So when her marriage fell apart, she can walk 22 years of rent plus interest saved up. Come on now, I ain't even got that. That's crazy.
Let me say this, ladies. I want y'all to hear this. All right. Now, Father's Day came around. On Father's Day, you know what I'm saying? I got on my social media and talked about how I really enjoyed the gifts that I got. But here's the issue I got with y'all, right? And we actually was talking about this. When I got friends that are single parents, males that's taking care of kids, right? I know a lot of dudes that they single fathers. When Mother's Day come around, guess what they don't do? Happy Mother's Day to me, because we be on their ass if they did. Right. I would be on their ass. Like, man, we can't be cool if you that kind of father. Father's Day is reserved for you. Mother's Day is not. I'm sorry, man. Yes, you got to do the job of both. You the one that chose that person to have a kid with, right? That don't still give you the obligation, right, to be able to celebrate their day, because you're not that. You're not giving birth. I don't know many men that go around and say, Happy Mother's Day to me, but I can't tell y'all how many women that go, Happy Father's Day to me. No, you're not the dad. You're not. And
absolutely.
I'm going to play a video. We're going to go into this, man. And this is kind of that it's okay to apologize to your children. This is a segment I need y'all to listen to. Because
before you get started, before you get into that, let me piggyback on so in the hood where I'm from, right, it's a bunch of single parents. 98% of them are women, right? So when you grow up and you see that your dad is not around or the men that your mama's dating ain't shit, you give her gifts for Mother's Day and Father's Day. That's what it comes about. But the 2% of men who raise their kids on their own because the wife has left, just like we talked about, or the girlfriend has left, he only gets something for Father's Day. He don't get enough for Mother's Day too. So it's a double standard on that end. A woman can get something for Mother's Day and Father's Day, but a man can only get something for Father's Day if he's a single parent. So that's why
my father raised 5 boys by himself, right?
Right.
I've never seen him ever claim Mother's Day. I'm sorry. I never seen him claim Mother's Day.
You're welcome, Faith. And thank you for sending us that video.
Yeah, I've never seen him you know what I'm saying? Like he did, okay, me and him had his strife. He did the bare minimum, right? Mm-hmm. But I never seen him claim Mother's Day. And the reason why let me tell y'all, because I see dudes talk about this on the internet, and this still goes over females' head. I have daughters, all right? So I was raised in the house with nothing but men, my dad, 4 brothers. Now I'm in the house with all women, okay? Mm-hmm. I care about women. So the things I tell y'all aren't things that I don't have conversations with my daughters, right? For example, I've been on them before they can understand. I've been on them about do not have sex with dudes you ain't gonna marry. Don't have sex with dudes you ain't gonna marry. Now, I shouldn't have to tell them that because they should be able to see the results of what everybody else going through that's out here doing the same thing, right? They can see it, and people see it every day, and they still turn around and do the same shit. Y'all can see a female going through something with a dude that ain't taking care of his kid, then turn around and end up in the same scenario. Right. And it's frustrating to somebody like me because I'm like, I hold women in high regard. I think y'all are smart. So I got into a conversation. I'm gonna make this real quick because I don't want to get too far off of the show, but I just wanted to make this point. I asked this chick, I was like, well, why is it so hard to make dudes wait till you know, don't give him nothing until he say I'm a marry. And if he say, well, I'm gonna go elsewhere, fine, he doing you a favor. Why is it so hard to hold on to virginity? And she couldn't answer. Her answer, her rebuttal was, well, what about holding me in the condom? Well, guess what? Most of these men nowadays are raised, like only 25% of them are raised in a household with 2 parents. So the majority of them don't have a male role model, a male they can go to and ask questions. So everything that they think that in regard to a relationship come from their peers and their parents. And the issue with that is a lot of y'all are failing because y'all don't even know how to show y'all kids how to have a structured, model, healthy relationship. So then y'all kid actually grow up resenting y'all. He'll love y'all in a sense, but he'll resent y'all in a sense. Because, man, he's going through things with women, and he's looking at it like, well, damn, did my mama put my daddy through that? You understand what I'm saying? And so he started to build resentment. He see the mother of his children keeping him away from his child. And so now he's looking like, well, damn, did my mom do that with my daddy? You see what I'm saying? So when I'm addressing women, I'm telling them, and some of y'all already done made the mistake, right? Y'all already done went through it. Y'all made a mistake. You can't undo it. But then my thing is your kids shouldn't go through the same thing then that you went through. Because if you're a single parent that struggled, and then your child turn around and be a single parent that struggled, you failed. Because the lesson got to be learned and changed somewhere along the line. It can't just keep repeating itself. So that's my angle with it. And a lot of people have struggled with me because I'm a straight shooter. And they don't like what I say, but I don't say it out of, you know what I'm saying, out of hatred or anything. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. And I'm not saying that I'm perfect. You know what I'm saying? Me and my old lady just celebrated 25 years of marriage last week. So I'm not speaking out of the side of my neck. I'm not just one of these dudes telling y'all how to be and not telling y'all, like I made a post this week, Sky. Man, why are y'all taking relationship advice from people that's telling y'all how to be like somebody that they can't even get? They're telling y'all be submissive, be cooperative, be this and that, and they don't even have that kind of person. So why would you take relationship advice from a person that can't even get what they're telling you to be?
Right.
Oh, the advice I got is stuff that, man, I stand on. I believe in two-parent households. I think it's important in our culture. And I think that, like me and my old lady, we got married and then we got a house and did all that other shit backwards. Well, we should have did that and then got married. You see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Or we could have been financially better and then went out and got married. So now when our kids come along, that's what I'm telling them.
Mm-hmm.
Financially prepared. Financially prepared. Kids make you broker. If you're already broke and then you have kids, you're not going to be in a better financial situation. It's going to make it worse.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? So I didn't show her in a positive light. I'll tell you the one positive light that I think it showed her in. That she prepared. A lot of women, man, they just leave with their emotions and they don't prepare. Like there's nothing wrong with a woman preparing. Now I don't agree with women who prepare in secret, meaning that they build all these secret accounts and doing all that. I don't believe in that. But if she go and have a conversation with her husband, you know what I'm saying? Like I believe that we should both just for insurance in case. Because that's what a prenup is. A prenup shows her in a positive light. Having that, I think that's great. A lot of women, man, that's a turn off. You know what I'm saying? So,
yeah.
No, I ain't saying that she did, but I'm just saying a positive light is a woman that prepares and she don't do it in secret. Now, in her video, she didn't say that she did, but the prenup we know wasn't in secret. They had that prenup, so we know that was out there.
Right. So what was the answer about the sex part? Because I thought like crack and heroin and acid were powerful drugs. Sex is a powerful drug. Do you hear me? When you're asking a teenager whose hormones are shooting out the roof at 19 years old to wait till they get married, you better off just plucking their eyebrows out because those days are over.
Right.
I hope that your daughter listen to you, but those days it's like once those hormones, because there's a lot of people that are in this world that are sexually hyper, like their genetics is so bad, especially if you have high testosterone, you are a hyper sexually active person.
Well, here's the thing,
you're going to wait until marriage? Yeah, I just, man.
Here's the thing, Sky. Here's the thing. It's about accountability. Don't see. My issue is if a person's gonna live like that, fine. But when when the train go off the tracks, be accountable. You put yourself in that position, in that predicament. You know, we talk about this all the time. Most of the things that people go through in life is self-inflicted. So if you're not going to wait for whatever reason till marriage, right? Because the most valuable thing that a woman has is her purity, right? If a woman is pure, man, and you stand on that, we're not doing nothing until we get married. If you want married, if that's what's important to you, then you need to stand on that.
Yeah, and again, man, if I had to go, because people always ask who cheats the most, men or women. People always ask who has sex the most, men or women. And when I talk to young men and I talk to young women, when it comes to sex, and I hate to be so blunt, y'all, but I'm sorry. When that vagina starts to talking, it is just a no-go. Sometimes it's not even about waiting for marriage. It's just they're tired of masturbating. They're tired of watching porn. And they don't want the toys no more. They want the real thing. And I was like, man, because
Well,
I guess
think
going
about
to
how
my
sexualized.
generation, sex was a thing, but we could wait if somebody asked. Now, the way God is bringing these kids into this world, or the way the devil is getting to them, that sex is more powerful than any drug I have ever seen in my life.
Oh, it is. I think it's definitely needed. Even if you're building, I think it's needed. You know what I'm saying? It's needed. It doesn't even have, it could be a contract. Basically, along the way as you build, you can have a contract. You know what I'm saying? To talk about the assets and what's going with it. I think that's a conversation that definitely need to be. Personally, I know when me and my old lady, man, like we agreed that divorce is out of the question. When you get married, man, if you even think there's a possibility for divorce, just stay in a relationship. Why even wait and go through the paperwork? Just be in a long-term relationship.
So when you say that, Damo, there's nothing your wife can do to make you divorce her.
No, it say till death do us part.
Gotcha. Okay. So
that's what it's saying.
So to me, either way, it's an out. Whether you have a prenup or if divorce ain't on the table, right? Then that means that when I get married, my wife can come into the house, watch me having sex with 3 women, and she can't go nowhere because divorce is not on the table. If a prenup is on the table, then that means that I can go out and cheat on a woman and cheat on my wife and still walk away. So they're both the same to me, whether you have a prenup or divorce is not an option. Because think about that. If divorce is not an option, think about the stuff I can do, and she can't go nowhere because she said divorce is not an option.
Well, here's the thing too, Sky.
Mm-hmm.
That thinking was something that, you know, man, like in 25 years, I didn't really understand what marriage was really about till year 20. Mm-hmm. Because, man, we don't have role models. The majority of our parents, and I know our parents fail. When it comes to relationship, most parents suck at showing you what a healthy relationship look like. How many people can say that their parent showed them the blueprint of what a relationship healthy look like?
Not really, because our parents and grandparents, the only thing they can do for us is show us how to survive.
Well, and that's the crazy part, because they can fake happiness at work. Like if their job paying them $50 an hour, but they're miserable, they can fake it, right? So they can fake being happy with everything else, but the thing that's most important, which is family.
Right.
You know, people do homework. When they do house, they do extensive research on the house. Or when they about to buy a car, they do extensive research before they invest in the car. But when they having kids or when they getting ready to get married, they don't do so.
Right. Because you say prenup is for people who prenup is for people who got stuff, right? Well, I'm thinking even before you get into a relationship or marriage, when 2 people come to a table, you should have something to bring to the table. You should have some type of asset to bring to the table. And what you brought and what I brought, the prenup should protect that. What we build together, if there's a divorce, we can split that up because we built that together. But a lot of people, all they bring is liabilities to the table. They're bringing debt, they're bringing kids, they're bringing old divorces. Like this is all they're bringing to the table is liabilities. That's why nobody cares about a prenup, because they don't have no assets.
Especially in our community. And the only thing is, we have kids before we have a house to put them in.
Yeah, we have kids, but we have a house to put them in.
We don't even plan for the kid. We don't, man, this bothers me. When people say, man, the kids come first. Really? Really? Do the kids really come first? Because if the kids come first, then guess what? You will plan before you have them. You'll be thinking ahead of time before you have them. Meaning that, man, the most important thing is who I have these kids with. That's just as, if not more important than the kids themselves. That is really more important. Who I'm gonna have these kids with?
That is absolutely true. But again, back to the foundation, these are the women and men that we're talking about. I do know women who got married, had kids, and the husband left during the marriage, or the husband divorced them and left. So we're not talking about y'all. I just want y'all to know that. We're not talking about y'all who did it the right way. They got married, got a house, got your husband, Y'all had kids, and then the husband woke up, or the wife woke up one day and said, I want to do this, and just walked out. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that happens. But a lot of us, we just made bad choices. Yeah, a lot of us just made bad choices. That's it.
Yeah, that's a small percentage. Everybody always want to talk about the minority instead of the majority. The majority of people aren't even getting married. So why is marriage even being brought about? Because they're speaking about other people's experiences. They haven't even experienced marriage to even qualify to speak on marriage. Your parents being married don't have nothing to do with you. Your friends being married don't have nothing to do with you. I would like for people to at least speak, if you're going to talk about marriage, speak from the experience of being married. Okay, it happens. You know what I'm saying? But the percentage of people actually getting married, first of all, is very small. And then when we want to talk about the percentage of people that are getting married, well, who is filing for divorce? The man mostly or the women? I don't care about the reason why. It's who's filing the most. And in most of these stories, just like this one that Faith sent, it was the women that filed for divorce. You see what I'm saying? So when men seeing that, then don't get mad when we say, well, man, I don't want to get married. Why? Why would I get married, man? And there's an 80% chance that you will divorce me.
True. Or why would a
dude want to get married? Why would he value marriage?
And then it goes back to that drug I'm talking about. Why would a man want to, what the old folks used to call the old ball and chain, right? He was one woman for the rest of his life, when you got plenty of women out here giving it away for free because they don't value themselves. They don't love themselves. They have low self-esteem. So if there's 20 women out here that I could choose from every day, why would I marry one and just, you know what I'm saying?
I always say this.
A collective of women get together and say, hey, we value ourselves. Our body is our temple. Then the man ain't gonna have a choice but to get married to have sex. But when you have plenty of women out here that's walking up and down the street giving it away for free or for a bucket of chicken, marriage, that's what's devaluing marriage, is because you have women that don't care.
And I want to go back and address something that Faith was saying, because I think we got lost in our conversation. No, Faith, I wasn't saying that the problem is she wanted a divorce. I don't blame her wanting a divorce. You know what I'm saying? But I'll say this to the divorced women, right? Man, if you're going to divorce a man, first of all, just if somebody else come along and you find it hard for another man wanting to marry you, because me, myself, if I was a bachelor, being the age that I am, and I came across a divorced woman, she had to make a very valid point of why she got a divorce. Because initially, I don't want to have anything to do with no home wreck. If she wrecked her own home, she got to make a valid point to me if I'm going to decide that she's going to be somebody, because I'm going to hold that against her. The same way I will hold women that have all these kids out of marriage against her being divorced. She have to have a valid point. All right. Now she's free to do that. I'm not going to knock her for getting a divorce. But if I was a person that came across her and she was telling me she got a divorce, it got to be a valid reason. If it's not a reason that I think valid, I don't want nothing to do with it. Because then I don't want to be divorced number 2. That's how I'm looking at it. I don't want to be the next dude she divorcing.
And do you know there's a thing, because I always do a lot of research, especially on YouTube, that says do not date single moms. Yeah. Hashtag do not date single moms. And then there was a lady on there who was a single mom that was like, I'm a single mom, don't waste my time. She was coming out with a list of things that she wants to do if you ask her out. And she kept saying, because I'm a single mom. And one dude was like, that's not my problem. You know what I'm saying? You being a single mom is not my problem. So don't ask me to do X, Y, and Z because you're a single mom. That's your problem with whoever you had the child with. So, man, I don't know. A lot of single moms get a bad rap. A lot of women are valuing themselves. Like you said, a lot of people is going to the courthouse and getting married just because they don't want to spend the time to really get to know people. It's just the easy way out. I don't know. It's like the next generation just wants the easy way out. If it's the easy way, they take it.
I think this, man. I'm gonna tell y'all this. I think I'm gonna get into this next one. I think we need to have adult conversations with kids, especially like people always say a kid need to stay in the kid's place, but regarding relationships, y'all relationship experiences, y'all need to have with y'all kids, because the thing is, you don't want your kid making the same choices and mistakes that you make. You don't want them making them same. Man, I don't get it.
If they want to listen now, like I said at the beginning, I hope your children listen to you, because trust me, mine don't listen to me. But that's what I'm saying. So you can preach all you want, but if they don't want to listen, then what difference does it make?
Well, I told my kids this along with the lessons, right? Because they're not going to listen to me on everything. No kid is going to listen to a parent on everything. But what I told my kids is there are mistakes that you can make that you can't turn back. Right. And I put them in real life situations. If you have this baby and the dude don't stick around and you're not married to him, who's going to help you babysit the kid? Because your mommy and daddy got to work. See, there's scenarios and there's things we got to do a better job at making kids think about, because kids don't think about it. It's the same way with if you're going to go out and you're going to live on your own. Well, okay, you make this much a month. Pick on a newspaper. Find a house that only charge a fourth of what you make. Well, why a fourth? Okay, well, you got groceries, you got electric bills and whatnot. You got miscellaneous stuff like auto insurance, car note, cell phone bills. So you got to add all that up. Can you survive? You see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. That's the stuff that when kids be talking, I want to get out on my own, because they're thinking about it in they want to just do what they want to do when they want to do it. Mm-hmm. They're not thinking about it from a financial standpoint. Can I survive on my own? And see, Black parents, we don't do a good job at preparing our kids to think like that. Mm-hmm. But, and we don't have high thinking. You see what I'm saying? We all about us, me, I. But Caucasians, other nationalities, their families work as hives. When the kids even get married, a lot of time they stay in with the parents. Think about that. Yeah. We don't even do it. We get married, go get a cheap ass apartment. Apartment is like a Motel 8 room.
That's true. And so to the parents that are 2-parent homes that have tried to teach their kids right and wrong, because some of these kids that are in jail and juvenile, they come from great homes. But something in them is like, well, you know what? I lived this affluent life. Now I want to see how it is to be in the streets. And they like, why in the hell would you want to go and be in the streets, steal cars and go to juvenile when we've given you everything you've needed to be successful up here? So sometimes when you have children, it's like playing cards, man. It's the luck of the draw. You never know what type of child you bringing into this world.
Man, I'm going to make this quick point, because Ty, I know you're going to get this. I'm going to make this point, and I know some of y'all, it may piss y'all off, but that's fine. People be talking, have you ever heard people say, when has America ever been great for us? Mm-hmm. Now, I want y'all to think about this. There's American poor, and then there's Haiti poor. Now, which poor would you rather be? Would you rather be American poor, or would you rather be Haiti African poor?
Our poor people live better than some rich people in other countries. You can be rich in Africa and really be poor because you don't have the access to things a poor person does in America.
And that's the point I wanted to make, because it's up to us to make that assimilation, to show that. So I was talking to a dude that said that to me. I was like, man, will you tell me a country you can not work still have where they put you in the house, still have free education, because most people don't understand. In other countries, you got to pay for your education. Where can you go get $400, $500, $600, $700 in food stamps? Show me a country where you can do that. Show me a country where you could be poor and still end up with a flat screen TV, 22-inch rims, a brand new car in public housing. What do you mean, man? When has America never been great? If you're here, you're lucky. You know, people dying, people are losing their life trying to move here. You don't see people losing their life trying to go elsewhere, do you? As much as people tell you, and that's what I'm trying to tell people, is that as a parent, it's up to us, in whatever way possible, to get our kids to understand. Nobody should have influence over our kids more than we got. We should go ahead and read and educate and get common sense first, and then try to pour that into our kids. The problem is a lot of us don't have common sense. So we trying to give kids something that we don't got.
Common sense ain't common.
Right. Like if I make a mistake and I have like 4 or 5 kids out of wedlock, it's up to me to go tell my kids my mindset, where I went wrong, why, and what not to do. And the consequences. These are the consequences. So if you do this, I don't want to hear you crying. It's on you, because you know.
Yeah.
A lot of these kids, they simply don't know, because their parents don't sit down and break things down. They don't break down life with it. They just say, oh, don't do this because of this, but they don't really talk to them about the real consequences.
Correct.
And if you don't get them consequences, of course. If I say, yeah, you pick up that protector, y'all know what the protector is. I gotta be careful with my words. But if you pick that protector up and you use it on somebody, these are the consequences. Well, they see it, but they don't understand it. No, you're never coming home. No, you will never see me again. No, you will be in the box with men. You know what I'm saying? With nothing soft. Forever. The rest of your life. That's a whole nother perspective.
That's right. Absolutely. Absolutely.
You don't want to listen to me, but if you go to prison, you're going to have to listen to that prison guard for the rest of your life.
That's right. For the rest of your life. He's going to tell you when to eat, sleep, everything. Watch TV. Man, you only going to get 1 hour out of 24 to go outside. Man, yeah. Mm-hmm.
It's all right. This is one of your people. They said they lost value. You know what? You could go to the YouTube channel and see if you can catch volume over there. It's www.youtube.com, the @ Soul Driven Media.
Yeah.
Man, Sky, I know we said we did not want to take that way over, but we did, right? So I'm just going down.
This is the segue into the next one, right? Should we apologize to our children?
Yeah, I want to get to that because this woman made this point, and I thought this was an absolutely brilliant point that she made. And so, y'all, hold on. I'm going down. I'm going down to this. Give me a minute. I know we got some awkward sound here. This stuff I had all the way down, so. Ooh, that's tough too. I just came across a story where a woman set up that party for her kid. Okay, I'm coming up on it. All right, here it is. So let me turn off this music. I want y'all to hear this, and then me and Sky, we're gonna talk about it.
All right.
Damn right. Apologize to them. I did not think enough of you and your future and what you needed to choose a good mate. I didn't do it. I didn't do it. You don't make your kids feel bad like I'm with you, your daddy left. That's our joker left. No. You don't make your kids feel guilty or bad like they're responsible for you because you chose a bad mate. See, that's a whole nother dynamic. You got people wanting their sons to replace the bad daddies and everybody who left.
Damn. Listen, I'm a product of that. A lot of us are products of whatever emotional state our mothers was in when they laid down with that man and decided to not be around.
Yeah, you paying for it. You paying for it because now you got to help take care of her. Now you got to deal with her emotional traumas. She's not letting you live your life. You got women that will not even let their sons be husbands. They running away every girlfriend that man brings around. Even when a man gets married, apologize to your children.
Damn.
So we just heard what she said, right?
Mm-hmm.
This guy went on and kind of, it's a runoff to his experience of what he was talking about regarding that. So I'm going to play this video also.
Relationship I had with my mom. Definitely was from the relationship I had with my mom. The first major relationship that I have regarding my interactions with women was fucked up. My teacher was fucked up. This is not to say my mom didn't try. This ain't to say my mom didn't outright do her thing at times. But it's not even about raising a man. We set the bar for parenthood at participation. We hand out "you tried" trophies for parents. To be quite frank, hey, I don't give. I'm saying this as a former educator and everything, bro. Like you being there doesn't make you a good parent. It doesn't. So while this is not exclusive to women, hell yeah, we need to start talking about how parents are kids up, and that keeps creating more generations of up people.
So that kind of was the second part was kind of where I was alluding to, right? Mm-hmm. Where, being there isn't enough. The most important trait of being a parent is our ability to teach, our ability to inspire, and, my kids, man, and to influence. I think that's even bigger. Our ability to have influence over our kids, over society, because we know our society is sick. We see the stuff they're trying to push sexuality on school grade kids, and when I mean school grade, I mean like preschool and kindergarten kids. They're trying to talk to them about sexual stuff. So we have a sick society. So it is very important that parents have a great influence over their kids. I'm your protector. I'm the one that put food in your stomach, clothes on your back, a roof over your head. Why are you going to put what they think of you over what I think of you? You love me. So if you love me, shouldn't what I matter have more influence over them? I've been in your life your whole life. They just got here. You got to let kids understand that before they even able to comprehend it. Man, me doing that, and it works. Because let me tell you, at one point, I used to punish my kids for their grades. Building that relationship with them, they punish themselves. If they got a D or F, they cry because they felt like they let me or their mom down. That's where you want to get to as a parent. Where your kid feel like when they let you down, they emotionally feel that. These kids, man, the relationship that they got with y'all, they don't care. They know that if they go to jail, it hurt y'all, but they don't give a damn one way or another. So what kind of love is that?
Yeah, that's true. I don't know. For me, it's a slippery slope because I'm one of the few people who, how most folks, they don't forgive their parents. And the way that guy sounds, he loves his mama, but he don't forgive her. I'm just like, there was a life before me. And so, yeah, I see what you're saying. Your mom and your daddy should have made better decisions before having you. But we all on this earth. We don't know what our parents went through when they were children. We don't know what our grandparents went through when they were children. So it's easy here because, hindsight is 20/20, right? It's easy to sit here now and say what your mom and daddy should have went through before they had sex and had you, but you wasn't there
Right, and that ain't
what
even
they
the
were
issue.
going through. You know what I'm saying? So,
And you know what, Sky? That ain't even the issue. The issue is, it's like, if you went and you invested into something and you lost all your money on that,
right.
Your job is, when your kid comes up and they're an investor, to talk to them about your experiences.
Right.
So,
well, he was saying his relationship with women is because of how his relationship is with his mama. And that woman was saying, yeah, a lot of mamas, because the daddy left, has made the older son now the husband. So the older son is now the protector, the provider at 13, 14 years old. His childhood is gone because of the decision that the mama made. And sometimes that's true, but sometimes the husband just leaves. Huh?
But a woman can teach a man. You know what I'm saying? They can. You know what I'm. But the issue is like, when we go through stuff, it is our job to open up and be honest wholeheartedly. That means our kid really get it. Some of us leave things out that we're embarrassed about. We only give them bits and pieces from our personal experience. We leave things out. No, you need to open up. If you were sucking dick and your daddy walked in on you sucking another man's dick, you think, yeah, I was sucking that man's dick and this and this. You be honest with your kids. You know what I'm saying? You don't want them walking through and going through, because you're right, Sky. I agree with you. Man, and even we make mistakes and we can't go back on it.
Right.
But we don't want our kids. Our job is to make sure our kids don't go through them same mistakes. And we need to talk to them about the mistakes long before they're able to understand.
And you know what? And I tried that. And that's what I used to do. I used to teach them money math at a young age. I used to teach them about the world at a young age. And they would go back and tell their mama, well, this is what I did when I was on my dad's house. And she was like, that's boring. Why is he teaching y'all that?
And that's the issue you had, though. That ain't on you.
I know. That's why I say my kids didn't listen to me. They listened to their mama.
And that's what everything you saying. That's unfortunate.
And everything you saying, I did. That's what I'm saying.
But see, that's a whole different scenario.
Huh?
That's a whole different scenario, because if you're not really there every day, the person that's going to have more influence over them is the people they see every day.
Every day, you're right.
That's why it's important for us to make sure we got more influence over our kids' teachers, because we forget the kids' teachers see them 40 hours out of the week. And so we got to work that much harder to speak to our kids, to rewire them. Because we don't know what kind of freaks these teachers are. They got their hand on our kids.
That's right. And you know what gets me, it's a catch-22, because the stuff that I try to teach and my children didn't listen, guess what that happened? Other people's kids are listening to me. So for what my kids didn't want to listen to, if I can teach another person's child and they'll listen, it's even better. Because what my kids didn't want, somebody else. One man's trash is another man's treasure.
But you know what, Sky, too? That could have been a scenario where the mom was speaking, because this happened with a lot of kids. The mother talks against the dad. So much so that the kids start listening and leaning on the mom.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a lot of men going through that. You know what I'm saying? And so that's a different scenario. That's different. I would never put the situation I'm in, because I'm with my kids every day. Right. And so I'm not in a scenario where the mother of my children are speaking against me. So it's different. That do matter.
Right. So that's why I agree with you about everything you say in the 2-parent household, right? Making better choices before who you lay down with, right? I agree with all that, because I did the opposite of everything you just said. So that's why I know I can agree with everything that you're saying, because I see
I didn't do it
what me making the decisions I made has affected mine and other people, you know. So that's why I agree.
And you know what, Sky? I commend you, because, man, it ain't just about talking to our kids. I talk to young men, every young man I come across. You know what I tell them? Don't move in with a woman. I don't care what your relationship is with her. Don't move in with a woman you're not married with. She have her own space. You keep your own space. Don't give her that kind of power, for one. right? For two, you don't have no business dealing with her kids if you're not married with her. If you're not married to her, you shouldn't be watching her kids on your own. I don't agree with women doing that. You know what I'm saying? You shouldn't even have any, unless y'all going out in a group, you shouldn't have any other interaction with her kids unless you married to her, first and foremost. Second of all, I tell dudes, don't have kids if you're not going to get married to her. Strap up, put it in the towel, flush it down the toilet. Do what you got to do. You know what I'm saying? Hey, they can gargle it and swallow it. Whatever you got to do. Don't let her have kids if you don't see yourself marrying her. Don't have kids with her.
That's right.
It's simple as that.
It's simple, but people don't listen.
Right. That's why it's hard for me to be empathetic with people, because I know somebody that probably gave them the same advice that I'm giving right now, and they just didn't listen.
Just listen, right? And so when you're not empathetic, people make you have to be the bad guy.
Yeah, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you seen, older chicks go through it, and you gonna go through the same thing. You see an older chick talking about how dudes ain't shit. Lil Ray Ray ain't helped me buy no diapers. Lil Ray Ray can't hold a job. And then you gonna go ahead and find a Lil Ray Ray in your generation and lay with him. Oh, he's 6 feet. You know what I'm saying? He wearing Jordans. Oh, yeah, his print look big, so I'm gonna give him a chance. You know?
That's true.
One of these shows, we're gonna have it, ladies, where I want y'all to talk about. Matter of fact, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and say it. We're gonna talk about why did y'all choose the man that y'all chose. But without further ado, because this kind of coincides with what me and Sky is talking about right now, we're gonna get into how this chick's boyfriend broke up with her over a picture that she got, a co-op she got with Chris Brown. Now, I'm gonna tell you, I don't blame this brother. Because I would have did it differently than he did. But let's go ahead without further ado. I'm going to show y'all these pictures. Right?
Right.
I'm going to show these pictures. So y'all see these photos they taken. All right? So while I'm finding this audio, what I did want to also tell y'all is that these chicks paid $1,000 to take this photo with Chris Brown. $1,000 to take this photo and ruin their relationship. Just ruined it, right?
Right.
But I want y'all to hear her. I'm strolling through, because I put all these videos on my Facebook page. I want y'all to hear her, version of it of what happened. So.
Literally, after my picture went viral, my boyfriend broke up with me about a week later after arguing because he felt like Chris was too close on me. I'm just like, it's one of the most respectable pictures. It's not like I was bending over grabbing my ankles. But I would trade my ex for me and Chris Brown 100 more times. So definitely really, really right there.
So I don't know if y'all caught that. This young lady right here that's on the screen. You see it with Chris Brown with the white shirt? That was the lady that was talking. So basically, man, her dude broke up with her after the photo went viral, the photo of her and Chris Brown. She's with the army camouflage pants, the black top. He's up behind her, grabbing her the way that dudes do this one right here, the way that dudes do in a relationship. Now, Scott, you see these photos.
Right.
Your old lady, you see she come back and paid $1,000 for a photo like this with Chris Brown. What you done?
That's the divorce part with me. I don't give a shit about the photo. You spend $1,000 of my hard-earned, well, if it's her hard-earned money, I really don't give a shit. But my hard-earned money for a picture, that better be Jesus Christ you taking a picture with.
You can't even take it with
Jesus.
Jesus.
This man got money. This man got money.
Hey, they can't even take it with Jesus. You hear me?
I mean, good Lord, $100, $200, maybe, but $1,000 for Chris Brown to go blow it in the club as soon as he leaves you? Good Lord. That's the stuff that me and Damo be talking about. I'm not, okay, so he broke up with his girlfriend because of that.
Yeah.
A woman she was even before this. Even if that is her money, you know what you could have done with $1,000? I don't care whose money it is. This woman blew $1,000 for a photo. You didn't need her to begin with.
Man, let me tell you.
If she can't be a steward over small money, imagine if she had.
Let me tell y'all. Let me tell y'all just like this. If that was me, right? If that was me, the younger me, all right? The younger me would have just broke up with her. Even if she didn't pay no money. If she paid no money, I still would have, the younger me probably would have, it would have just depended on how I felt. The me now will go get that kind of photo with somebody else. I'm going to put the shoe on the other foot. That means you're going to see a photo with me with my head and somebody's coochie and their legs wide open. Because if we're going to be disrespectful, then let's take it all the way there.
Are you going to spend $1,000 to do that?
No, ain't no money going to be spent. Matter of fact,
okay.
Hey, here go $100. Let me take this picture of you. You ain't got crabs or nothing like that either. It don't feel like, it don't smell like fish down there, do it? You know what I'm saying? You ain't using wet wipes to clean smells or nothing. You literally you shave, you take showers. Oh yeah, come here, you beautiful. Here go $100. Take this photo right here, put your legs up in the air. Let me put my face down there and turn to the side. And then let's put it on the internet and let's see if it's the same. Let's see, you know what I'm saying, if you got a problem with that. Because if you ain't got a problem with that, go ahead and take your photos then. Because I think I'm of the impression that with some people, you got to put the shoe on the other foot, right? To get them to understand where you're coming from.
Yeah.
You can leave.
You're younger me or the older me. I don't know. Hell, I probably would have took a picture with Chris Brown here. Who knows? I'm just saying the younger me. But me now, me now, man. I love myself so much. I'm so secure in myself, man, that wouldn't even faze me. The only part that would have fazed me
is the money.
Is the money, man. I don't give a shit because I know Chris Brown don't want you. He don't want you. You know how many girls Chris Brown can have? He wanted your money. He wanted your money, and that would have pissed me off. Thinking, shit, I'm your man. You could have gave me $1,000 to pose with you. You know what I'm saying? You gave it to somebody that don't even know your name. That's what gets me.
Even if she did it for free, I would have had a problem with it. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I think the dude.
I wouldn't.
Well, I'm gonna tell you, the relationship would have been over. Now she would have thought she was still in a relationship. But I would have been in a relationship with somebody else. Because, man, I feel like if you you don't have no respect, then okay, let's go all out then. Yeah. Okay, you think I'll be with another woman kissing on her, grabbing her ass. Well, what you doing? Well, I thought we weren't in a relationship. Because, man, the way he held you, I thought that y'all was, I thought that we broke up. I would have threw it at her. That's a relationship photo to me. So I thought we broke up.
Yeah, we kind of look at that one different because every woman that I ever talked to, I always ask her, who is your celebrity crush? Because everybody know my celebrity crush is Jill Scott, right? Whether I'm married or single, if I see Jill Scott, that might be me paying $1,000 for Jill Scott. I'm in love with Jill Scott since 2000. So I always ask, hey, girl, what is your celebrity crush? So that way, if you meet your celebrity crush, I ain't upset. So if she told me that Chris Brown is her celebrity crush,
let me tell you.
Pretty crushes. So I just want the whole world to know that mine is. I know she's married now, but if I see Jill Scott, I might be paying $1,000 to go hug Jill Scott.
We all got celebrity crushes, right? Yeah. But I ladies, I'm gonna tell y'all like this: who the one taking y'all on dates?
Yeah.
I'll wait. Who the ones paying your bills when you can't pay it for 1 month and you need help and coming in and saving you? Wait, is it your celebrity crush?
Nope.
My old lady, my wife had a celebrity crush. Let me tell you, she had a celebrity crush. You know when I became her crush? You know when I stood out in the winter. I'm talking about in Ohio, in a long line to get an autograph for her that she couldn't get because she was at work. And the fact that I did that, she was like, I ain't hear that person's name no more. Because she was like, damn, this man, for me, will stand outside and get an autograph for somebody else. You know what I'm saying? For me. Mm-hmm. And I ain't hear that dude's name no more. Ladies, you got to, at some point, you got to have some common sense. You know what I'm saying? It's okay to have a crush. You can take a picture. But man, take a respectable. Your ass in this crotch? No. Okay. Two can play that game, heifer. Two can play that game. I go to the strip club tonight and have one of them scallywags in the ass in my crotch tonight, and I don't want to hear shit. Two can play that game.
You know,
there got to be some lines drawn.
I wouldn't even get upset if I took a picture with Jill Scott that looked provocative, and then my woman is like, "Well, I need to get back." Go right ahead, hell, you know, because I tell you, I'm in love with Jill Scott.
But see, I'm glad that you said that, though. You understand?
I'm like, go right ahead if it makes you feel better. Shit, I don't care.
But I respect that though, because at least you're saying I understand the consequences that come with this.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Because me, I'm gonna take a whole photo with this whole mile-long arm up in them with a filter like this cheese, and you better not say shit. Because if we gonna get disrespectful, let's get all the way disrespectful.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But I respect when you just like, well, I know it's consequences that come with this. So whatever happened.
Right.
You can't help but the respect. If she had came out and said that, I'd have been like, man, shoot, he should have took his one.
But listen what she said after he broke up with her. I'd have take Chris Brown 1,000 times over him. So that means every time you see Chris Brown, he wants $1,000, you gonna give it to him. You didn't need to be with that woman, no way.
Anyway, she did him a favor. She did him a favor.
Come on, dude. You know, it's crazy. You know, it'll be like, let's say my gal had a crush on, just throw a name, Bobby Brown. And he comes to the Nashville arena, whatever shit they call it down there, Bridgestone, and she wants to go. Okay, I'll buy you tickets, VIP. You want to take a picture, fine. I'm not holding nothing against you because I know that is your crush. So when Jill Scott comes, I'm expecting the same thing, tickets, VIP, pictures, things like that. Now, if I do it first, I expect you to do it second. If you do it first, you expect me to do it second. So I kind of see where you're coming from, Damo, on that. You know,
I'm gonna play devil's advocate. You made me think about something. I'm gonna play devil's advocate. Okay, so a lot of us have around the way crushes. Mm-hmm. So say if your old lady had a crush that some dude she liked all through grade school, and she just bumped into him, and then she got a photo like that. What? Would you be upset?
Are we talking about with money or no money? She just took a photo like that.
Period.
Okay, just period.
No money. She liked
20 years ago. The 20-year-old me back in the day would because I'm surrounded by people who talk like that. Like you are who you surround yourself around, right? So I was always surrounded by people that you don't do nothing for a woman unless you sleeping with her, right? That would be disrespectful. I mean, just the type of things that people were putting in my ears when I was younger. Yes, that would. But as of today, and that happened, I'd be like, you need to let me know what's good. Do you want to go back with him or do you want to stay here? You know, I just let me know. Don't be lying to me if you ran into your crush back in the day. Because if you want to go to him, there you go. What I hate, and I've said this a million times, is the R. Kelly, Mr. Big scenario. You with Mr. Biggs because of he got his shit together. But you want to be with R. Kelly because he's young and sexy. That's not gonna happen here. You know what I'm saying? You have to choose one of them. Do you want Mr. Biggs or do you want R. Kelly? You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I would have that conversation. I don't think it would hurt me or make me feel disrespectful. I just need to know where is your mind and heart at. And it'll make me think twice before I marry you too, because then I'm thinking at any given time you could go back there. So yeah, in my 20s, shit, yeah, I'd have been. You could have fried an egg on my forehead, but now
I think you could have got over on that in my 20s. I think right now, I think the age where my mind thinking that now is totally different.
Yeah, me too.
Thank God I ain't gotta, like I said, I ain't gotta worry about that. Think about that. Thank you, Jesus. Oh Lord, thank you. I'm gonna tell you, man. I told somebody this. Online, the internet, if you think about fucking up your marriage or long-term relationship, if you watch the shit online, these scallywags will scare you back into your relationship. You hear me? Or your marriage. Think of their mindset and just pay attention. And you be like, oh, hell no. We're the female version of Pinocchio. Because I'd rather screw that than deal with these females. I'm just telling y'all. You know, but we already halfway through the show, Sky. So we're gonna try something different this week. If any of y'all on, we gonna give y'all 5 minutes, man, and me and Sky, we gonna take a break. But we gonna play a song. If y'all want to be on, I'm gonna go ahead and put this number on. You get 1 minute to say your piece. After you say your piece, we're going to move on to the next caller, and we are not taking minutes. So I'm going ahead, get ready to put this number up on. I'm going to play a song. We come back. If we got a call, we're going to answer it. If not, we're going to keep it pushing. So let me get this song going, and then we're going to go ahead and jump into the phone calls.
Attentively, tenderly to me. I want you to know that I love you. You love it when I take it there. Love it when you pull my hair. You love it when I take it slow and drop it down low. You're so I just want you to know how I feel inside. I want you to know how I feel about you. I want you to know that I need you. I want you to know that I feel you. You so sweet, oh so sweet, attentively and tenderly to me. I want you to know that I love you.
All right, we back, man. Y'all see the toll-free number? I ain't toll-free, but number down below. If y'all want, give you 1 minute to voice your opinion. If you want more than that, you want to address Sky or me directly after that, then, like I said, you can either cash up him $5 or cash up me $5 or PayPal him $5. So right now we ain't got any callers. So I do want to get into this next story. So this mother, her child had a birthday party. She went into the hall. You know how you go to like Chuck E. Cheese, or what was the skating rink where it had like bowling, it had the games, it had strike and spin. So you know you can order tables for a party of a certain amount, right? Mm-hmm. Well, this woman did that. And nobody showed up to her kid's birthday party. So I want to just play this video, and then we're going to go ahead and drop it to it. Of course, she hurt, right? So.
I can understand a couple, but nobody.
So hold on, she just sitting here crying. She talking to the waiter right now.
Have a whole fucking party, have a whole table, and it's just me and my baby. Like, I'm not even alive, but my feelings is hurt. I can't even have like emotions right now. Like, I'm not even supposed to be like that, but to be sitting in a place full of people and knowing that it's only you and your baby, then I swear to God on my knees, on my me and my daddy, a bitch can kiss my ass. A bitch cannot everyday life hit my motherfucking phone. A bitch cannot everyday life ask me for no motherfucking advice. A bitch cannot ever in their motherfucking life ever talk to me.
So now she's going to the bathroom to talk to everybody, to talk to herself.
Like, seriously, I want to just tell y'all, and this for all of y'all, don't ever in your life, because nothing is more embarrassing than setting up a party and not have nobody there for your child. Yes, my baby's going to have fun. She's going to have fun by herself, but it's crazy that why did I even set up a party for people to not show up? At the end of the day, bro, my feelings is very fucking hurt. Very hurt. Because I can't get no money back. I set up a whole party and there's nobody here but me and my child. Man, oh my God, oh my mama. If you ever in your life fuck with me or say you fuck me, don't ever fuck me, man. I'm talking about all my life, bro. Don't ever in your life call my phone. Don't ever in your life ask me for no advice. I don't care what it is or who you is. Because when it comes to my baby, I don't deal with that. I can't even have my emotions. Like, I would have, like, bro, like, get serious. I can't have my emotions. My feelings is very hurt. I can understand a couple, but nobody. It's alright, he gonna have fun. But it's embarrassing to be having a party and having a party that's supposed to be up to 12 people can be here with my baby. It is only me and my baby. That's it's gonna be fine. It's gonna be okay. I just know y'all may not never in your life ever, if you ever call yourself through with me, don't ever in your life ever talk to me. Don't ever in your life call my phone. Don't ever in your life for nothing. I don't care what it is. Don't ask me for anything. Don't come around us. Don't ever talk to us for nothing, because nobody had to lie to me about having a party, because I could have just brought him the Chuck E. Cheese and it could just be nice to set up a party and wait for something for other people, and then it's just my child. Oh my mama, y'all kiss my motherfucking ass.
Look at my face.
All right. So, did you want to address that, or you want me to address it off the bat?
So I remember a long time ago, my child was, I forgot where they mama didn't move some in places. But anyway, invite my children to their birthday parties. And then I was like, well, then it's time to throw her birthday party. Don't invite their kids. My thing to this is, at the end of the day, stop putting your faith in human beings. I'm not saying you have to be like me and go all in on God or a high power, but that would have not ruined my day. I would have just been blessed that I'm alive, my child is alive, and they can celebrate a birthday. I wouldn't give a damn if nobody showed up, if anybody came. That is something, an emotional thing that's going on with the mama. I don't know if the mama was raised and she was throwing birthday parties back in the day. You know, the grandma was throwing parties for the mama and nobody showed up for her birthday. But when you're a parent and you're trying to throw birthday parties for your child, especially if they're young, 3, 4, 5, is it really for the child or is it really for you? Is it you trying to show off to other parents what you can do, how much money you got, how much clout you got? Or are you really throwing a birthday party to celebrate the life of a child? And that's what I'm not getting out of this. She's in the bathroom crying, telling people, don't ask me for it. Is it about you or is it about your child? I'm confused.
Man, you know what? I was talking about this this morning. I believe this. Sky, and if I'm wrong, you can tell me, man, you know, have there been people that you was cool with, right? You didn't have an issue with them, but right. You wouldn't leave your kids with them.
Right.
There are so many people that, yeah, I can rock with them and I can deal with them in bunches. But I wouldn't leave my kids with them. No way.
No.
We got family like that. You got family that you could be cordial with, but you're not leaving your kids with them.
No.
And so I could see if the parent couldn't stay, them saying, you know, I would take them if I could stay, but since I can't stay, no.
Right.
Or what if that parent didn't have transportation?
Correct.
See, you're inviting people, but you don't, you know, I wish you would have went in depth with that. Because you can invite me, but what if I got 3 or 4 kids and I'm struggling with transportation to get them to a party? Because a party isn't something mandatory that I gotta go to. School, yes. Grocery shopping, yes. But a birthday party, that's not something that's mandatory for me to get them to.
Yeah.
So, was there ever for you to take them to come pick them up? Did you offer?
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? Did you rent a van out and say, you know what? I know y'all might be busy. Let me take your kids off your hands and come get a van and come get it.
Yep. Because you're right. We don't know what's going on with the other parents. Some of them might be tired. Yeah. Some of them might got to get them go to work the next day. Was this on a Saturday or a Sunday? Was this on a Wednesday? Like, that's what I'm saying. I think it's more about the parent ego because I've seen it. Especially when I was used to hang in a Delway Villa. If y'all don't know what it said, that's off of Dixon Road. It's about the parents, man. It was like, why are you showing out? You using your child to show out for you. Well, I'm going to buy him this and get the next day he won't even care about none of that stuff. It's like when you buy kids Christmas gifts. The following year, you throw half of that stuff away because they don't even play with it no more. It's like the parents have to validate themselves for what they didn't get or the attention they didn't get as a child on their children. And that's the sad part.
Well, you know what, Sky? Something else that I was kind of perplexed that she didn't do. Why didn't she go around the center and talk to the other parents that was there and let them know what had happened with her kid and invite other kids over to the party and let them party with the kid?
Because she was too hurt and embarrassed, right? Because her friends didn't show up, her family didn't show up.
Yeah, because I mean, if it was about the kid, I would have went, and you know what? That's okay. Let's see if some of these other kids want some cake and ice cream, and if we could get them parents. Because I'm quite sure there would have been some parents that were sympathetic to the situation. I know I would have.
Yeah.
You know what? Yeah. You know, man, yeah, I don't mind. My kids love a cake and ice cream.
Yeah.
They love parties. You know?
Absolutely. And I just said that this still goes on in 2024. And I'm talking about all the way back in 1999, 2000. You know what I'm saying?
Hey.
I'm just telling you, it's just crazy how generational curses and stuff like that continue to go on, because somebody has to break this stuff. Somebody has to break the financial, the immaturity, the poverty. And it's just like in 2024, we're hearing that you're breaking down in tears because other adults didn't bring their kids to your child's birthday party.
Right.
I don't know. That's something to a therapist she needs to talk to. Because when you telling people, don't ask me for my help, don't ask for advice, you ain't talking to their kids. Because their kids ain't gonna ask you for that stuff no way. You talking to their parents. And their parents are like, okay, fine. You mad at me because I didn't bring my child. Was it at a skate rink or something?
It looked like it was at like a party hall.
Okay.
It may have been, but
that's absolutely crazy.
She could have collected, I'm quite sure, some parents that would have been sympathetic and empathetic to what she was dealing with, that would have came over and helped her out. And if it was me, I think even my old lady would have did that. You know?
Yeah, I agree. I don't know. And then you put that up. Now the child that has to go to school or in the neighborhood, everybody seen your mama online crying about
they
your
gotta
birthday.
see their mama cry. They gotta, they not having a good birthday watching their mama cry. They already feel bad, and they're feeling some type of way. Nobody likes me or loves me because nobody showed up, right? But then my mama hurt too. So man, that was
online. That's what I'm saying. Why put it online for the rest of the world to see?
Right.
That's what gets me, because that child still got to go to school, still got to hang out in the neighborhood, go over other family members' house. And the conversation, the elephant in the room, and her mama was online. You know what I'm saying? Come on, man.
Nobody showed up to your birthday party because now it's on record.
Thank you.
Nobody showed up to your birthday party. You know how cruel kids are.
Absolutely, that's what I'm saying. So the mama, I don't know, man. These parents, I don't know. Boy,
she could have handled that a whole
differently. Yeah, that's crazy. I wasn't even worried about it. I'd have just did what I had to do. All the leftovers just would have came home. All the leftover cake and ice cream and buckets of chicken. We would have been able to eat for 2 weeks straight. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just sorry. But that could have been a young mama too. She could have been, what, 24, 25?
I don't know about that. Look, she looked older than that. If she was possible.
She could have been in her 30s then. She could have been 31, 32. I just can't see a 40-year-old mama doing that, or a 50-year-old mama doing that. Because first of all, a lot of people in their 50s don't even go online like that. You know what I'm saying? Right. Usually, that was a TikTok video or Instagram?
I think it was TikTok.
Hell yeah. You don't see 40 and 50-year-old people like that on TikTok. So she had to be in her 20s or 30s to even realize what TikTok is. Shit. So yeah. So a young mama whose feelings is hurt because nobody came to her child's birthday party.
Here's something else, and I learned new, Sky. They just passed a bill in Tennessee. It's the death penalty or sentence for people convicted of certain sex crimes against kids.
Ain't nothing new. Back in the old days, they would cut your penis off.
I know they would. Yeah, I know they would.
But of rape or child molestation back in the old days, the law states that they would cut your penis off. You got caught stealing, they would cut your hand off. You got caught lying, they would cut your tongue off. So Tennessee is just recycling old laws, huh?
Yep.
But at the end of the day, you can put as many laws out as you want to. Crime is never going to stop. I don't care what type of laws you put out, right? So the reason to put out laws is to scare other people from doing it. Right. What you don't want to do is scare them to the point where they find a way to not get caught. There's a way of trying to make examples out of people and say, hey, if you do this, you can be executed. Well, hell, I'm not scared of being executed. I'm just going to find a new way not to get caught so you can't execute me. So you got to be careful how you put these laws and stuff together, because criminals are not going away.
No,
they're not. And pedophiles and molesters, and they're not going away.
They actually pushing that. They trying to normalize it, really. So
it's sad that it happens to these kids. I was watching that Nickelodeon thing talking about Quiet on the Set. A lot of those child stars, from iCarly to Victorious to Josh and Drake to the Amanda Show. Man, if you ain't watched it, you need to watch that, man. I think it's on Hulu or Netflix. It's called Nickelodeon Quiet on Set. Man, them children went through all type of stuff. You know what I'm saying? So from Hollywood to your neighborhood, you're gonna have that. And that's why at the beginning of this podcast, we was talking about parenting. Parenting is awareness, who's in your neighborhood, where your children are, stranger danger, teach your children self-defense. I'm all for sending your kids to self-defense class, because there will be a time in the life where all it takes is a split second for somebody to kidnap your child. So your child in that split second needs to know how to defend themselves long enough to run and yell. And that's what's wrong with a lot of kids. They don't know how to, so they get caught up and thrown in the van and boom, they're gone. So just don't wait on the government and laws to be passed thinking that, oh, they passed this law where they're going to execute people that touch kids. They're going to keep touching kids until we all die. You know what I'm saying? You need to be the one that's aware of the neighborhood and what's going on.
Right. Because like mine, none of mine, man, before age of high school did I ever, and even in high school, right? If it was close to the house where we could see them or they were walking together, fine. But I had a thing about letting my kids go to the bus stop, even by themselves. Just didn't do it. Don't have that trust in people.
No.
And things can happen just like that. People is bold. They will come and get your kids out of your house. Which is why, to me, I don't understand why people put so many photos of their kids online. You don't know who on the other side of the computer.
Oh my God.
Well, all the sex predators, and most of them, they do their hunting online now. And it's easy for them because a lot of stuff they get from y'all.
Yeah. I thought this way even before the internet was the internet today. So let's go back to a time before Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, because TikTok is like the newest sensation. Snapchat, right? My baby mama used to be like, are you ashamed of us? You never tell people you have children. You never I said, because if somebody snatches these kids up, because she liked to talk a lot, and my baby mama liked to be the center of attention. If somebody snatches up these kids, we wouldn't know where to start. Nobody needs to know everything about your children. Every time you do something, you taking pictures, you showing everybody, you telling everybody what school they go to, what type of food they like. This is before the internet now. I was already thinking that way. So imagine me having kids now with the internet. You would have never seen a picture of my child. Never know. I mean, I guess it's cute, Damo, every now and then, they in a little Halloween. You want to take a picture of them so the grandmama that live 10 states over can see. But all the time, every time that to turn around, no, I'm sorry. And if I want my parents to see my 6-year-old child now, I'm going to take pictures and send it to them privately. You are not going to see my children online.
I'm glad you said that. Because people use Facebook and Instagram and all them as an excuse to why they do it. No, if you want to see I can send you photos via email.
Thank you. There you go.
They're the phones. You got a phone? I can send it directly to your phone.
Direct to the phone. That's
You're sending it to everybody. Not only are you sending it to them, you know, and a lot of people be like, my page is private. But you don't know. Guess what? Most kids are molested by fans of or either friends, so-called friends of the family, or family members. It ain't strangers. Most of the people is people you know.
That's right. And even now, my kids are grown and you don't see my kids on my Facebook page. Oh, we didn't know you had children. You didn't ask. And it wasn't my right to tell you what I have. You know what I'm saying? Everybody don't need to know everything. And then again,
get mad at you and come for your kids.
Thank you.
People will get mad at you and come for your kids.
That's absolutely correct. They sure will. And a lot of people don't know what my kids look like. They don't know what my mom look like. Because hell, if they can't get to the kids, they get to your mama.
Yep.
You don't know what you know, my brother, none of that stuff. Because when you see the Sky Black page, it's about business. You don't need to know my personal life. For what for? You ain't in my personal space. You in my business space, my space. So yeah, I was already thinking like that way before the internet got here. You know, and now with the internet, people got I remember it would take. So let's say I came over your house Damo for Thanksgiving this year, okay, 2024. I got my wife pregnant by 2025. Our child is a year old. You'd be like, well, darn, Scott, I didn't even know you had a child. This is back in the day. It took a year for you to find out that I had a child. My child was walking and talking. But now they taking pictures of kids coming out the womb. Do you hear me? In the NICU, cutting the umbilical cord. I'm thinking, damn, this child ain't even took 10 breaths. And you got this baby on the internet. Crazy. Because people do steal kids out of hospitals. They steal kids out of hospitals. And then your child come up missing, then you want to sue the hospital. No, that's your fault. Because you sitting here taking pictures of this child and it ain't even a day old. Like, come on, dude. I see the name, I see the tag, I see the hospital it's in. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's crazy.
Dangerous game. But I'm glad they're tougher on kids' laws here or crimes against kids, unlike California. Somewhere like California, trying to make it where you do no time. So you could be in your 20s and mess with a teenager, and that teenager can't come after you. So I don't want nothing like that. So I am glad that, and here's just to play the news story. I'm gonna play it for y'all, but I'm glad that they doing something rather than nothing. But you're right. You know what I'm saying? It's never going to change. You're always going to have people coming after kids, but at least they doing something. You know.
But, and I'm with you. But on the thing is like the school used to tell my parents, we can only do so much. Right. You have to do your part.
You got to teach your kids.
Yeah, so the government and the police can enforce these laws, but they can't be everywhere all the time. Right. You still have to do your part. If everybody does their part, I could see crime going down, but everybody don't do their part.
Right. Yep. He's absolutely right. People are going to the store, shopping, and be so engaged with what they're looking at that they forget they got a kid with.
And this was back in the 80s and early 90s before this stuff. You could literally be in Kroger's, right? And your child go to the next aisle just to get something, and then you'll never see the child ever again. So imagine now with these young mamas. Yeah, now imagine these young mamas that's shopping, they got their face in the phone. You ain't even paying attention to your child. Your child done walked away some damn well. And then next thing you know, it's over.
Somebody done grabbed your kid by the hand.
That's it. It's all over. So you have to play your part, be attentive, right? And stay your family and friends off of social media. It was supposed to be about tucking the family and friends overseas, because back before social media, we had these things called long distance phone calls, right? And then you had you remember those 10-10-221 commercials, 10-10-10-21, whatever, where you could use the internet to call people online. Right. And then we did FaceTime and we could see each other. But those were only meant for you to talk to family members. Let's say I live here and I got a cousin in Hawaii. But now it morphed into celebrity, getting money, trying to be famous, getting your self-esteem up. Like, come on, man, that's crazy.
Yeah. And way too much information on there.
Way too much information out there. And you got people out here super hacking. Hell, I got a thing the other day talking about my information was data breached at some lawsuit or some crap that's going on right now. So yeah, I don't put nothing personal, my address, my nothing online whatsoever.
Man, Did you guys hear about in Oregon, the amusement park that the power went out? And there was a ride where people were stuck upside down.
Upside down, yes.
Matter of fact, I found the CBS coverage of this. So, without further ado, it's in commercial. Let's get out past this commercial. I don't want these commercials.
Do you know how?
We were riding a ride. This isn't supposed to be upside down like this. It's been like that for like already 2 to 3 minutes. I feel bad for them because all the power is shut off on it too right now. It's scary. Alright, update. They're still up there. It's been about 5 minutes, maybe a little bit more, and they've just been hanging up there this whole time. We just asked the lady at the bottom of the Ferris wheel if this has ever happened before, and she said no, and she said she's actually concerned for them. Oh, they just said they just said the park is closed. Jesus Christ. They just said,
woo!
vacate the park immediately. We're gonna have to go down.
Oh man, hold on. Oh, that's crazy. I found another one. I want to hear this person that was there. Hold on. And my phone is reloading. I want to hear the person that was actually there. They sitting on the other roller coaster stuff.
Los Angeles County is dealing with its first major wildfire of the year.
And the people who live in the fire's path are being told they need to prepare to evacuate. This fire has grown to some 23 square miles. They're calling it the post fire. Right now, it's just 8% contained. It broke out Saturday, some 60 miles northwest of LA. This is the town of Gorman you're looking at. Right now, the winds are a major challenge for firefighters.
Also in California, a Tesla in self-drive mode slammed into a parked police cruiser. It happened last week, but police just released this video. The officer was managing traffic following a crash when the blue Tesla suddenly smashed into the police cruiser. The owner admitted to officers that he put the Tesla into self-drive mode. Charges are pending. An interesting recovery in Los Angeles. You can see here the moment a man climbed down a chimney at an abandoned apartment building, but it didn't go so well. He got stuck. Firefighters arrived and spent hours using specialized cameras and power tools to rescue him. He was taken to the hospital with minor injuries. It's still unclear tonight why he went inside the chimney.
Now to a big health buzz out of Michigan State where researchers say honeybees, get this, can detect lung cancer. The bees apparently can detect chemicals associated with cancer in human breath. Scientists say this could eventually lead to faster cancer diagnosis in a race where every second counts. Lung cancer is, by the way, the leading cause of cancer-related death in the world.
Friday night, we showed you these terrifying pictures of an amusement park ride stuck upside down. Well, that's the atmosphere in Portland. 28 people were stuck hanging on the ride for a full half hour. And get this, before they could get off, the ride had to be restarted and finish its run. One high schooler ended up in the hospital. He called the ordeal traumatizing.
I heard like screaming, crying, just pleas for help. It was really discomforting. My face is never, I don't usually look like this. These aren't freckles. There's just blood vessels in my face.
Damn!
And this representative for the park said there are no updates on what caused it.
He said he had busted blood vessels in his face. And that is terrifying.
I remember as a child, my sister used to say, hey, if you hang upside down too long, all the blood is going to rush to your head and make your head explode. Well, I don't know, my head wasn't going to explode. But yeah, all the blood will rush to your brain and probably give you an aneurysm. So I don't know how long they were upside down
33 minutes.
Shit.
Man, you know what? What if you would have had to pee? That's bad. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know if I'm going to ride anything upside down anymore.
It's all a roll of a dice, man, when you go to these amusement.
Man. Woo!
I can tell you how many times on the Ferris wheel, and it's like it does not matter. No matter what I do when I get on the Ferris wheel, I always get stuck at the top. and I'll be sitting up there for 6 minutes, and then they'll start all over again. You know what I'm saying? You know, so I know that. But you played something about the self-driving Tesla car, right? Yeah. Whose fault is it? Is it the owner's fault, or is it the self-driver's fault? And if we have self-driving cars, who's going to insure? Like, will State Farm insure self-driving cars?
I'm going to put that on the driver. You got to be a fool to think that a car can drive itself. I'm sorry. You are an absolute moron that at any point you put the car in drive mode and think you're going to go to sleep. What kind of short yellow bus person you got to be to do some stuff like that?
It's going to be me,
unless they build these streets like a race car track. Or like, like the race car tracks that we grew up putting race cars on, right? Unless they do them like that, where they got all these kind of sensors, and even then, I don't know if I'll trust it. But I don't think I could ever put a car in the mode and sleep, and drive mode and just go to sleep.
Yeah, that's like putting your car in cruise control and going to sleep.
Yeah, and going to sleep.
Yeah, no, that's. I mean, but they're heading towards that now. They're heading towards self-driving cars. So you're gonna have a lot of more accidents. You're gonna have a lot of accidents because you can't predict the unknown. So if Tesla puts out 100,000 self-driving cars a year and only 2 or 3 of them malfunction, that's a good day for them. You know what I'm saying? So somebody's got to get the bad car. Somebody's bound to get the car where the damn thing is going to go out. Everybody else got the look of the draw. Well, they self-driving cars are just A-okay. But somebody is going to get the messed up car. What do you do when you're the one to get the messed up car?
And the thing is, you got to think, what if they would have killed that police officer?
There you go. So again, somebody's going to be in that situation.
Yep.
So if you don't want to be in that situation, don't buy self-driving cars. Well, hell, any car, to be honest with you. But self-driving cars, yeah. If you don't want to be in that situation just yet, I wouldn't do it. I don't care what type of incentive they gave me. That's a little crazy.
Right.
Because something malfunctions, and then and it's just like the EV cars we talked about, right? Where do you go charge? Like, how many stations is there really to charge, right? So with a self-driving car, what mechanic shop works on these things? You would have to take it back to Tesla and pay an arm and a leg to get it worked on if you didn't have a warranty on it.
Right.
Yeah,
you're right.
That's why I'm always last to get the things. I've never been the type of person who wants to be the first to do things. I like to see all the other guinea pigs first. And then I come behind. Right. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Yeah.
Right. Me too. You couldn't have said that, man. The guinea pigs. Because I'm going to be the last.
I'm going to be the last to see what goes on. Yeah. Because to me, I'm just still old school with it. It's too many people driving. Now, if you out in the county somewhere where, if you in a rural, like very rural place where there's only like 3,000 people living in that city and there's never a car on the street, maybe I'll have a self-driving car. I'm going to hit a fence, a deer, a cow, a ditch. You know what I'm saying? But if you in Nashville, Tennessee, well, you got millions. Now, shit, now. Why would I do that?
Right.
Hell, I can hit somebody I can hit somebody walking from my front door to the mailbox. I ain't got to get in the car. I can just hit somebody walking from my front door to the mailbox. That's how many people in that county. Yeah.
Especially here.
Yeah.
Because when they be jaywalking and stuff, they be like, they dare you. These folks down here would dare you to hit them.
Dare you to hit them. And they be at night and in dark colors and you can't see them till the last minute. Like, you want to be hit.
Right.
Yeah, that's crazy. So now Tesla, I ain't with y'all on that just yet. Elon, and did you hear about him that he got a $5.6 billion package raise or some shit? I just read that yesterday about how much money he got. And Tesla sales are supposed to be going down, but he gets a raise. How crazy is that? But that might be another subject. But yeah.
I mean, well, most of them ones in them corporations, them big companies do. Shit, inflation is they raise, really. You really think about it. So all of them kind of moving like that.
Well, let me ask you a question because I've been researching about that. What is your advice to these people and inflation? Right? You know how people talk about rent's too high, groceries, car payments, all of these things. If they're
Buy
in the
lease.
midst, yeah, if they're in the midst, that's one thing, right? So take a child who's 18 years old, right, ready to leave the house. What is your advice to them, knowing that hell, no matter whether they rent or buy, it's gonna be $2,000 a month?
Stay home. Stay home. Stay home. Get a job. Save. Help your parents out. Say, hey, mom, hey, dad, how about if I go half with y'all on the rent and I could just stay here? I want to just save my money, right? I don't, you know what I'm saying? And I'm quite sure it's some parents that'll definitely work that out. Go to school, go get a job, pay a couple bills, stay home, and save your money.
Yep, and learn you a trade.
And learn your trade.
Learn you a trade, man. Learn
Right.
you something that's gonna make you money until the end of time. I mean, if you need college, it's a tool. But if you can make a living without going into debt, going to school like that, man, kudos to you. Kudos.
Go get a trade. Get a trade. Go to a trade school. Stay home. Save your money. Help your parents, and while saving your money, then you make enough money, you could go and invest it into something, and then move on that way. Because them days of them being able to do what you and I were able to do, them days over with. It's game over. Even for the ones, these older, I got cats that's 35, 40, wanting to get married, wanting to do this. It's over for you, brother. Because, man, you can't get a house. You can barely get an apartment. The apartments cost more than the homes.
Yeah.
So what are you going to do? When these women saying, you need to pay all my bills and this and that. Same old.
Because they talking about this housing bubble, right? So you got all these people trying to sell these houses, but you don't have enough people buying them. Either A, their credit's bad, they don't make enough money, or the interest rates are so high they can't afford them.
That's what it is. That's what's hurting them.
You talking about 79% interest on a $300,000-$400,000 house. The first 5 years of amortization is just the interest. I mean, you'll pay a little bit on the principal, but 9% on a $400,000 house the first 5 to 6 years, you ain't even touching the principal. You might not even touch it till year 10.
Yep.
That's crazy. So you're going to have to probably. Right. So then it goes back to our early thing. This is why folks are getting together without, they're getting married. Because they're doing it as a financial thing. It's like two businesses merging. I make $50,000 a year. You make $50,000 a year. I really don't love you that well. I really don't want to sleep with you. But if I want to move out on my own, this is what we got to do and come together just to afford a roof over our head.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not going to get better.
No, it's not.
I keep telling people that this stuff ain't going to get better. Y'all haven't hit yet. Y'all haven't tasted inflation yet. Give it the next 4 years. The next 4 years, you really going to see how bad it is. You see all the restaurants going out of business?
Oh, yeah.
There's so many corporations. Family Dollar. Both of them gone. I was like, whoa.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's and it's gonna be a lot more to go too. Because I saw the list of all the restaurants. Some of them I didn't know. Some of them were like local restaurants and regional places. But Red Lobster stuck out, and I forgot it was another one that was going out of business too. I can't remember the name of it. But yeah, sure is, because people are not eating out like that because they can't afford to. They can't afford to. Even if you slash your prices half, people still ain't coming out because they can't afford to. And a lot of them can't afford to because they have a lot of children. It's a difference if it's just you and your spouse. Maybe you can afford to go out once a week and eat. But when you got 2-3 kids, you imagine that's $100 and $150 bill right there every time y'all go out to eat.
We went out and ordered, because we don't eat out often. But we went and ordered from, I'm trying to think of the spot, Five Guys. Do you know how much it was for 5 of us?
About $89.
Oh, we wish. I wish. Talk about 120.
Dang, dude, that's crazy.
So, a lot more of y'all gonna go out of business. I just want here to tell y'all public announcement, PSA, public service announcement. A lot of y'all about to go out of business. Because I'm gonna tell you now, a lot of families like ours ain't gonna be buying like that. No. Right. That's for one meal.
That's for one meal. Yeah. And so that was the question I was asking you from today forward. Now let's go back 10, 15 years ago, right? I can remember when I was the black sheep of not only the family, but the neighborhood, right? The way you think is crazy. The way you do things is crazy. You're boring. You were square because I knew in my mind to this day was coming. So the way I saved money, invested money, spent money, made money, I planned for today. So most people that have planned for today, we're not the ones on Facebook talking about inflation. We're not the ones talking about rent prices, cars, gases. It's because we decided that instead, when times were good, we saved for when times get bad like today. And that's what I try to tell folks. When times are good, don't be blowing all your money. Because a lot of us don't have savings account. And I never understood why nobody has a savings account. 10, 15 years ago, when things were going good, why you didn't save some of that money? Now when things are going bad, oh, I don't have any money. You know what I'm saying?
Well, you know what's fine? You know the sad part about it? A lot of people that even had savings, they done went through their savings now.
Yeah.
Inflation's been so high that people, I know in my household, we're paying triple in our grocery bill, almost quadruple at what we was paying 3-4 years ago.
Yeah.
But I'm going to tell y'all, it ain't bad yet. Stay tuned. I'm just going to say that.
Yeah, it ain't bad yet. Stay tuned. But what was you teaching your children, right? You was teaching them to save, right? You teach them how to invest, and you taught them how to stay at home and let's do everything together. That's why this inflation is not kicking y'all like it's kicking other families.
That is exactly why.
So
because I had that not, and it still is to a degree, but power is always in numbers. And this is why I think it's very important for families, man. You know, people always talk about the community. Screw the community. And I say that to say this. Families are what make the community.
Right.
So if you got a lot of broken families, you're going to have what? A broken community.
Mm-hmm.
So if you want to fix the community, the first step in fixing the community is doing what?
Fixing the family.
Your family.
Right.
If you can't fix that, why even worry about the community?
Yeah, right.
You can be too worried about the community and can't build a family, can't fix a family.
Absolutely. And like you said, the worst is yet to come because I guess I don't know who's going to be in office, but it's going to come. The worst is yet to come. And
I already know
that are on the brink, huh?
Joe getting in.
Okay, well, if Joe gets in, those of y'all who's on the brink, that's like inflation ain't kicking your ass yet, but you kind of on the precipice of it. This is what you need to do. You need to start saving. Even if you got to get you an extra little part-time job, do that. Then you need to invest that money into something that'll make money for you while you sleep. So you get you a second income to invest into like a Shopify store. Get that Shopify store up and coming because that's 24 hours a day. So while you sleep, you're making money. This is how you hedge against inflation. That's why it's called a hedge fund. Things like that I was learning and being taught way before 2024. So when 2024 hit, it's not as bad for everybody. It's bad for the 9-to-5ers who's only working one job, that one income. I don't care if you're making $30 an hour. It's not going to stretch between you, your wife, and 2-3 kids.
Think about this, guy. In Nashville, they said to qualify for a house, 2 people have to make between $120,000 to $150,000 a year.
Ain't that crazy?
So imagine how many people can actually afford houses right now.
None. None. And those that do, again, were those who were prepared for this. Because when I started at MTSU back in 2007, because I graduated in 2013, I wanted to learn about this stuff. How does the rich stay rich? How do they make their money? How do they protect their money? How do they hide their money? Because I knew eventually this was going to come.
Right.
And for those that are just like, hey, we having a good time, things are good. My rent's only $500 a month. What happens when your rent becomes $1,500 a month? And then a lot of these people, they're not going to tell you
they put too much faith in the government, and
they
that's
did.
dangerous.
A lot of them,
so dangerous.
Their credit was so bad they got into what they call an ARMS mortgage, right? Adjustable rate mortgage, not a fix, but so as the interest rate went up, their mortgage went from $500 a month to $1,500 a month because the interest rate went up. So you was never on a fixed mortgage, you was on an ARM mortgage. So that was caused the housing bubble in 2008 because people with bad credit were getting these subprime mortgages. Here we are, 2024, even subprime mortgages don't want to lend to you because they know within 7 or 8 years, they're going to have to come back and get that house.
Right.
You're going to foreclose on it. So
Scary
my thing is educate yourself, educate your children. And like Damo said, there is strength in numbers. If you in a household, you, your wife, and maybe 3 or 4 kids, y'all need to sit down and say, hey, kids, stay here for a while. Like you said, everybody brings in an income. We all need to sit down and we need to figure out what we're going to do with this surplus of money as the kids start to work. For those of y'all who don't have kids that are able to work, your kids are 5, 6, 7, 8 years old. I don't know.
You just gotta go through it.
Yeah, you just gotta go through it.
Yep.
Because these daddies ain't keeping their jobs, and so that means you ain't getting the child support you looking for. I mean, it's crazy. So what Damo's trying to tell y'all in 2024, like he said, vet these people before you lay down and have sex with them. Vet these people before you marry them. What are your goals? It's okay. I mean, back in the day, it wasn't okay to ask people about money, but now it's okay to ask people about money. If me and you, we're at a table and we're dating, we're out on a date, you can ask me, hey, how much you have in your savings? How many stocks and bonds do you have? Do you have a money marketing account? What is your goals? What if I'm telling you all this, then okay, yeah, I know, blah, blah, blah. But if he's talking about I want to be a rapper and walk away from that shit. You know what I'm saying? Now, you can talk to somebody who works at McDonald's and he can say, hey, 2 years, I'm going to move from here to being a manager to a lead to owning my own McDonald's. Or he could just work for the corporation and be a regional manager. That's good too. Ain't nothing wrong with that neither. You need to find out people's goals and what they're trying to do. If you talking to somebody, they say, well, I'm in school and I'm just doing political science, run away. Political science means they don't have a clue on what they want in life. You know what I'm saying? That is the worst degree ever, political science, boy. I tell you what.
Or just this. Don't let it get serious until you see that financially it's something that can benefit both of y'all.
Correct.
See, my whole thing is this.
You're right.
My whole thing is this. You can be with somebody and not just sleep with them unprotected. See, people make that so hard. It's nothing hard about that. You can have, I'm not even telling y'all that y'all can't have sex. I'm just saying be smart. Fellas, don't give every woman y'all see. Women, make these dudes strap up. You know you can die on that birthing table, right? You can lose your life. Well, if something happened to you, what about the kids? Do you ever think about that? Do you ever forecast and foreshadow that? If something happened to me, if I was to bleed out and I was out of here, well, who would raise my kids? Can you automatically say my parents? Because they may not be in the health or financial position or mental state to do so. So you think about stuff like that.
Absolutely.
And that's all I'm saying.
Absolutely. And a lot of the stuff you're saying, I didn't, so I'm not going to be hypocritical. But I came up in the 80s and 90s.
Once upon a time, I didn't either, Scott.
Things were so damn cheap. It was okay. You go buy a loaf of bread for 35 cents, you know. So we can make those mistakes and bounce back. Y'all in this new generation, you can't make those mistakes no more. You just can't. You can't. And if you don't give a damn, then I don't give a damn. That's how I put it.
And you know, Sky, it goes back, because I know we about to end this, but I'm just gonna tell y'all, everybody make mistakes. I'm not gonna sit up here and act like I'm perfect, but there's a difference between mistakes. Don't make the mistakes that you end up paying a lifetime for. The mistakes you paid 2 decades for. Don't make the mistakes. That's all I'm saying.
Absolutely.
And if you do, make sure your kids don't.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I'm not against those that teach, because a lot of y'all have taught y'all kids till they turn blue in the face. But once they get out in the world, it's up to them to either listen to what you said or they go their own route. So what used to kill me is when these kids were going to jail or doing the paying to be on TV. Oh, I did a poor job, or not my bad. That has nothing to do with you now. That boy's 24 years old. He robbed the store. He's going to jail. That has nothing to do with you. Sorry. You did all the ass whoopings you could. It still didn't change who this person was going to be. You know what I'm saying?
What I don't let my kids do too is blame racism.
Yeah.
I do not let them use things that they didn't experience as a crutch.
Right.
Your choices and the choices you make, you're going to be the one to suffer them consequences. Whether they be good consequences or bad, you got to suffer that.
Absolutely.
Don't put it on nothing else.
Absolutely. So for those of y'all who have financial problems, get with a financial advisor. If you don't know how to save money, take care of money, make money, get with somebody who does. I just listened to somebody that said that if you're the smartest person in the room, you need to change rooms.
Man.
I just heard that yesterday. I was like, damn, that kind of makes sense, don't it? Because you stop growing. If you're the smartest person in the room, you stop growing.
Man, that's why I latched on to you.
And vice versa, because you teach me things all the time, man.
Yeah, there was somebody that was growing, and I was like, man, I like what that brother doing. Let me latch on and get game from him.
Yeah. I mean, everybody should be able to bounce off of each other, man.
Right.
I enjoyed that meeting you and Rob B had, because y'all was teaching me things that I never thought about, because I can't think about what I don't know. Do you see what I'm saying? If you don't know, you don't know. But that don't mean you have to be lazy and not try to find out.
Right.
Yeah.
Man, I want to take this time to thank y'all, man. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Yeah, this was a great show. Hopefully next week we get some callers. Hopefully next week I have another show. I want to this week link up with Naj. I know he wasn't on here today, but I do want to start a show with him. So hopefully me and him get a show going also. And man, I just, full steam ahead, want to add new things to the show. Thank you to everybody that tuned in today. Faith was one of them. Who was the other one?
Miriam, my cousin.
All right. So Miss Kirsch, is that how you say it, pronounce it?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Miss Kirsch, man, thank you so much for tuning in. Miss Moore, thank you so much for tuning in. We appreciate you, ladies. Yes. And everybody else to tune in to watch, man. God bless y'all. Till next week, man, we're going to have more to talk about. So if y'all got any ideas, Faith, thank you for sending Sky that. If you guys got something y'all want us to talk about, send it to either me or Sky.
Yeah, please do. Please go out there and find something that we all can talk about objectively and learn from each other. Because even when y'all put things in the comments, Naj, anybody, I learn from that. Because you're going to have a perspective that I don't have. Right.
Mm-hmm. And a lot of times y'all say things that even make me go back and think about it. I will go and think about it.
Yeah. And hopefully next week I'll have a Cash App demo. I don't do a lot of Cash Apping no more, but because my account got closed. But I'll redo a new one, so I'll have a new one next week. I'll send it to you. Yeah.
Either or is fine, man. Because either way, you get it right away. You know what I'm saying, and you get the notification.
I don't even think
the PayPal is cool.
Yeah, I don't even think people deal with PayPal no more. It's probably archaic. So, but yeah, man, it's always good seeing you, man, each and every Tuesday, man. Tell the family I said hello.
All right, man, and y'all, like you guys always say, the only thing guaranteed in life is death. So only worry about the things you can control.
That's it.
Don't wear yourself out worrying about the things you can't.
Amen. Absolutely.
Make sure y'all tune in to Sky tonight.
Deep Bling Radio Show. We're going to have some fun.
All right, man. Peace. We love y'all. Till next weekend.
Goodbye.